Okay, it's working now. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let it go.
Let's get started!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Technical Difficulties Podcast. This is Drowning in Pools, episode 63, and I can't get my shit together.
What else is new?
Yeah.
That's
Cameron keeps
true.
leaving his poo everywhere.
Everywhere. It just falls out, and I can't hold it sometimes. I'm sorry.
Instead of keeping it in organized piles of vegetable shit, meat shit, breakfast shit, he's got it just all over the place.
You know what? At least I'm not like that one animal who makes his poop into squares.
Or that one guy that freezes his poop in condoms.
Or that one guy who throws poop at people
Or that one guy
after mixing it with water.
Oh god. Or that one guy who bathes in his poop.
Let's not talk about that guy.
At this point, I kind of wish we had face cams because I just... What?
You've never heard any of these stories?
I've never heard the square poop animal. I know of a guy who throws shit, but it's not the guy that you're thinking of. It's a musician.
Oh, well.
And I have no idea about the dude who bathes in his shit. Like, I just...
Alright, let me go find this square poop animal.
You might not have to do that.
I forget his name. Animal that poops cubes. There it is.
Okay.
It is called a wombat. We all know what a wombat is.
Yeah,
I
those
do.
those weird Australian animals that I thought were fake for years.
Yeah, they poop cubes.
Interesting.
Are wombats like capybaras where they're surprisingly huge?
I think a little bit, yeah.
Because capybaras like the size of a dog, like a decent sized dog.
I think they're smaller than that. I think they're like technically in rodent class, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean,
They're marsupials.
I think like capybaras are technically like the same thing, but the fucking Pope had them identified as like fish or some shit for a long time because
Gotcha.
some people were like, hey, we're not allowed to eat this meat, but would you mind saying that it's like fish or whatever so we could eat it because there's nothing else to eat?
I see. I don't know these things, but I see.
The church has a lot of weird shit for like loopholes and all kinds of crazy shit.
Wouldn't doubt that.
It's almost like it's all made up.
Just like this food I made this morning. It was delicious.
What was it, Cameron?
Well, let me tell you. It was homemade beef burgers, cut up, diced up. After I stuffed onions inside them, cooked them, yada yada. That was delicious. So that was leftovers. I cut that up, mixed it with eggs, and sauteed green peppers and onions, and sauteed red peppers. Mix that all up. Put some cheese on that bitch.
It actually sounds
Throw
super
some
good.
Get some garlic salt, some pepper, some crushed red peppers, and some onion powder and some garlic powder. Mix that all together. And put it on 2 delicious pieces of toast.
Now I'm hungry. And here I am staring at 2 apples. That's gonna be my breakfast,
You know what? At least it's healthy.
I guess.
I had a cup of water.
I actually woke up early for once so I can make my coffee and food. Still got here late. I'm so sad.
I literally roll out of bed
I'm
at
so
like...
sad. Why
I was
didn't
about to say 6:58. It was 8:58. Closed my window, took out my mouth guard, and got my cup of water and sat down. And then I had to jack off for 20 minutes while you guys were fixing shit.
Yeah, so apparently my mic just doesn't want to not buzz. It pretends it's a bee. That's what it is. It just pretends it's a bee.
One of those new murder hornets that's running around.
One of those new murder hornets. Man.
As if we didn't have enough
those things pop
fucking
up in, like,
bullshit
Seattle,
to deal
right?
with. I'm not sure
Yeah.
where they popped up.
They're just popping up, and you know what? I don't think we're ready.
Oh no. We're not even out of our current situation. We don't really.
I mean,
not
there's
really ready
other-
for a new
there's-
one.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh boy, hornets are. So I hate bugs that fly. Like that's like one of my biggest annoyance / fears is bugs that fly. I can handle spiders as long as they're not bigger than my hand, and then I can handle any creepy crawlies as long as they are creepy crawlies and not creepy flying.
Yeah, I don't do spiders. Like any size spiders just freak me the hell out.
I like spiders. Here's my deal with spiders. If I catch one in my house and it's got a web, then I let it live because it's working, right? But if it's just running around the house with no web, I kill the fuck out of it because we don't accept freeloaders around here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an acceptable situation.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it seems legit, I guess.
Mine's always, if the spider is in a place that nothing of mine is near, it's fine. Like if it's in the corner of a part of the house that's like way far away, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with you.
Yeah.
You're fine. But if it's like next to my bed and has its little nest, I'm like, I can't be
got to
having
go.
that. You've got to go.
Yeah.
There's a chance that you're going to drop on me, and I don't like drop spiders. I've dealt with enough of them being a pizza delivery driver.
Spiders.
That's gross. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a drop spider? Those things are scary as fuck.
We had a spider that was like suspended by a web above our door, and like would constantly come down like Spider-Man in front of us. And so Kiana and I one day spent probably about 5 minutes just chucking shoes at it because we did not. Okay. To make me sound like less of a pussy, this thing was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably, if it spread its legs out, was probably as big as my hand.
Yep, those are not okay.
Like, spread out.
I've dealt
was
with one of those before. It gave me a panic attack.
Ginormous. And there was this guy, like this random guy who was just watching us do this. And he was like this older guy. And he was like,
just watching like two
pretty
grown
sure he
men
was judging us because we were just scared of
throw
the
shoes
spider.
at a spider.
But like, yeah.
That's fucking great.
He was like, man, Californians are weird. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm arachnophobic. You know the worst part is I'm not even arachnophobic because scorpions don't scare me. I'm literally just afraid of spiders.
Spiders. Well, spiders have like that, like, it's even though scorpions are like 10 times as dangerous, spiders have that ingrained fear. It's like the mimetic thing for people.
Yeah.
Because people don't really
it's
see
like
had as often as they do spiders. So
I've had scorpions in my shoes and shit. Like they're whatever. But like
Yeah.
I've had twice because of Boy Scouts. I've had black widows near or on my body when I wake up.
Jesus.
And it is the scariest shit.
That's not
is
fun.
terrifying.
That's not fun.
yeah.
I literally one day I had one on my forehead. I woke up and I like got up and it fell onto my lap and I was just like, oh. And then I just like had a mini freak out.
Yeah. No,
You were almost a corpse.
Yeah.
that's a reason to be terrified of them.
Yeah. Well, it's like in California, we got fuck tons of the damn things, right? Just
Yeah.
shit tons of black
Oh
widows.
my god. There's a thing I saw where it was a black widow nest that someone killed the black widow but then awoken the nest.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it. When like they're running around with like all their babies on their back, and then you kill it, and like the babies just split. They're like all over the place.
Like basically he just
Fuck that.
He killed the spider while it was hanging in its spider web, but all the egg sacs burst as he did.
Yeah, no, can we, this is
Yeah,
actually
okay.
the creeps.
Yeah. So
That's the shit. That's the shit. Like where like the dude's like, oh cool, a spider, and then he flies up into space and blows up the earth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yes. Speaking of bugs, though, like I slapped box a fly the other day. That was hilarious. I couldn't
Cameron,
catch.
do you remember that? When we were at the bus stop in high school, do you remember that fucking weird flying thing that would fuck with us sometimes?
Yes.
That we couldn't identify because it was too dark to see what it was.
Yeah,
but it was like huge.
It was like a June bug almost, but we couldn't figure out
Something.
what it was. It was like a
Yeah.
June bug, but it flew more sporadically, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it would like fuck with it, would like fly all over us. Like we would occasionally like smack it out of the air, and then it would like come back. Yeah, it was like this. It was freaking creepy as fuck and weird as shit.
Yeah.
And thinking about it makes me nervous. Because you could, like... Because it was so big, you could, like, hear its wings flapping.
It was creepy. It was definitely, like... It was a different experience than just dealing with a flying animal bug thing.
Yeah.
It was so the thing about it, it was too big to be a bug, but too small to be a bird or like an animal of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not
getcha.
great. It made waiting for the bus real hard. Let's just say that.
There were days where it was rough.
Yeah. I would pray for it like to be light out by the time I was out there fucking waiting for the bus. Cause I was like, God, at least then it won't bother us. Cause it seemed to never bother us when it was light out.
Yeah. But yeah, so the slapbox and this fly, I couldn't catch it, but I kept hitting it, and I kept hitting it until it got knocked down and fell to the floor, and I just stepped on it.
That's always kind of satisfying when you finally hit it, and it's like, I got you, you motherfucker.
Like, I hit it, and then you'd see it gets, like, dizzy flying, but it would still stay up. You smack it again, and it still stays up.
So something about, like, conquering a fly is so satisfying.
So, this is going to sound like total bullshit, but it's true. You know the Mr. Miyagi, like, catch a fly with chopsticks?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've actually done it once.
With chopsticks.
Really?
Yeah.
I've done it with other things, but not chopsticks.
It was the luckiest thing in the world because I like threw my chopsticks out to the side and just like closed them, and then I felt them like grab onto something, and I was like, "Oh God!" And then I like, looked, it was there. And I was just like, "Oh."
You know what? I can believe that story.
Yeah. Like the accidental, I did it.
Yeah.
Maybe your subconscious hunter brain sensed it and grabbed it.
Yeah. Subconsciously, I'm amazing. Consciously, I suck massive.
Actually,
penis.
that's kind of true. People are usually better at doing shit when they're not overthinking it. When they're kind of like just doing it.
Yeah. That's a little true. Yeah.
Like that guy who caught the line drive that went right over his head.
Mm.
Have you guys seen that clip? That thing's the most amazing thing I've seen a human do in a while.
I don't think so.
So, it's a pitcher, baseball. He does a fastball down the and it gets hit, and it's a line drive right over his head. His arm snaps upwards at like inhuman speeds. And
I have seen that.
And the guy's like,
"That guy died.
Did you get what?
That guy died.
Did he?
Like a couple years ago. Yeah."
Oh, that sucks. But yeah.
But yeah, it's super cool. He he pitches it and then he fucking snatches it out of the air.
His arm just like without him even realizing what he did, his arm just goes up, catches it, and then
the batter is like, "Did you catch that?" And the dude's like, "Yeah, I caught that shit."
Yeah, I did.
It's super good.
Oh man.
The other one I like is the guy who throws the baseball and fucking blows that bird up.
Oh yeah, that one's always hilarious.
That's probably my favorite one. That dude was fucked up by that. Like he's become like a big animal rights guy since then.
Oh, well,
he says he hates looking at that because it made him feel super bad.
Gotcha. That's understandable though. That's like actually understandable.
Yeah, I mean, if he was like, "Damn, that was rad," people would probably be up his ass about it. They'd be like, "You think it's rad to kill animals, bro?"
I mean,
if I blew up
no.
with the baseball.
No, but it is impressive. That is a lethal weapon you just threw.
Right, yeah.
That's something that's always like interested me, which is like when people get so good at martial arts and things where they literally are declared lethal weapons and no longer can like just live life the same.
That's what most boxers are like that, where they're so fucking powerful. Like a lot of heavyweight boxers are so fucking powerful. It's like we have to register your hands as lethal weapons because if you decide to just beat somebody's ass, it's not just like me or you beating somebody's ass.
Yeah, like you're trained. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I just.
You're not at that level, but you're getting there.
No, I wasn't even.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe when I was younger, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's a chance that when I was younger, I could have been. Well, I would never have been considered that, but I may have been
on the path.
mildly on my way. Yeah. but like, it blows my fucking mind because that just sounds like such like an anime thing.
It really
Yeah.
does.
I can't take my hands out of my pockets because they're considered lethal weapons. Like, it's that kind of shit, you know?
It
I didn't
super
even think
is.
about it that way. My hands
Just
are so
this once,
powerful.
master.
Just the look of them to go off.
I have to go all out just this once.
Yeah.
Pulls-
I'm sorry, Master.
Pulls his second hand out of his pocket.
That Yamazaki shit.
Oh man, I've only fought with one hand my entire life because two hands are too powerful. That
Yeah.
that sounds like a One Punch Man villain.
I mean, it's basically One Punch Man.
Well, yeah, but
It's basically Saitama himself.
yeah, but you gotta make it a villain.
So that way he can kick Saitama.
No.
Because his legs are wimpy as fuck.
Well, actually,
Actually, he jumped from the moon back to Earth, so his legs are pretty strong, if I remember.
No, I mean the villain.
Oh yeah, like that's his only issue.
Because I think there is a villain who tries to like not necessarily copy his thing, but they have like I'm the One Punch criminal or some bullshit. But of course, it's just bullshit. He just
One
punches
Punch
him in the dust.
Criminal. So what
Speaking of
you
One
guys-
Punch Man, everybody should read the webcomic. It's super good.
They should. They really should. I can't read, but they should.
Clearly.
Damn, I wish I could read. Fucking, I've been using that voice so much around Keon. Well, 'cause,
Why?
okay, I don't know. He and I just say meme bullshit like all the time. Like nothing that usually sticks around as memes, but just like shit that if you repeat in that moment is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And so like, I just use that voice constantly. Also, Kian has this habit of like, so we're playing Final Fantasy 14 right now, right? And I'm not gonna say got him hooked, but I got him started, and he's going at it very voraciously.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's fun because I finally have somebody to play with again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of ditched that game, and I feel really
Yeah.
bad about it. Like every time I see you playing that, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play that game with you. Gets through
No.
like 30 levels. Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, so, but we're playing it together. But like, he's like, what do we do with this quest? What do we do with this quest? And like, it sounds very, very familiar. And
Should.
the other thing too, which was funny as fuck, was he's watching the story cutscenes and I'm not because this is like my fourth character. So I'm just like not watching them until we get to the part where we're at on my main character. Cause, yeah, we're getting pretty close.
Okay.
We've gotten to like 30 levels and my main character I think is like 30 something. So.
Okay.
But, so he watches the cutscenes, and like I shit you not, last night he came out and was like, "Do you remember? Like, do you know what happened in that cutscene?" And I'm like, "I don't really remember the specifics, but I kind of got the general gist." And he's like, "Okay, can you explain it to me?" Like, he just zoned out. Like he's a smart guy, but I'm pretty sure he just didn't pay attention.
I
It's
got
just
you.
so funny.
That's why I feel like
That reminds me of a thing I saw where it was like what was it, Hard Drive or Hard Times, whatever. I think it's Hard Drive is the video game one on Twitter where they're like, guy checks phone during cutscene that took animator 30 hours to make.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, I was doing that shit when I was playing Evil Within a bunch. I was like, okay, cutscene, time to see what's going on Twitter.
I can't do that. Also, the reason why I just don't watch a lot of things is because I want to check my phone, but I feel bad if I check my phone, so I just don't watch things and just check my phone.
I've just gotten to the point where, like, so many games I play don't have cutscenes that when I hit a game that has cutscenes, I'm like, all right, this is going on a little too long. You know, I'd rather like the cutscene be like cut in half usually.
Gotcha.
Unless I actually give a shit about the story, which is also very rare.
Yeah, very rare.
Decently rare, because I care more about the characters, and that stuff usually happens more in gameplay than in fucking
that's fair.
cutscenes.
That's very fair. I like games when the cutscene is just dialogue during the battles. The only issue about
Yeah.
that
Is that
is
stuff
that
to pay attention to both?
well, no. If you're good at the game, you miss most of the dialogue because you
Oh,
win the
yeah.
battle too fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's certain I forget what game it was. I want to say it was Metal Gear Rising, but I can't remember. But there was like certain battles that were like had 10 minutes of dialogue, but you could beat the battle in like the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a fuck. There's some game I'm thinking of. I was playing it rather recently, and it's like it consistently does this. Let me see if I can find it in my Steam library. I know Dragon Age does it as well, but
Yeah.
like, there's. It might be Assassin's Creed. It might be like Origin and Odyssey.
Yeah.
Where you like they have movement like dialogue, so like if you're moving from place to place, and it never seems to run out because
God of War does that.
I was gonna say yeah.
I was not thinking of God of War, but also good. But what I was gonna say was it never seems to run out because I always seem to cut people off because I get to the objective.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Like I'm sure it does run out at some point, but like if you like I never like lead the way. I'm always just following the guy. So it's like how like why would you program that?
I mean, they
Wouldn't
probably
it
want
make
you
more
to be
sense?
traveling back and forth a ton, so you'll hear all that stuff.
Well, no, it's like
Right.
story specific dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't know.
So it's like why the fuck?
The only reason why that would make sense is if like you had a situation where he cuts himself off on purpose because you got there, and then he'll continue the story later. But that's
Which is what God of War does.
it's what God of War does. Yeah, he's like, that's enough stories for now. Let's move on.
Yeah, no, they just like get cut off and then the next cutscene starts. It's just like it's so weird to me that it happens so consistently. That like they obviously planned to have this like narrative being spouted, but like what? Like I'm riding around at like the AI's pace, and we still outpace your dialogue. I don't
It's
understand.
because they probably care about it being more cinematic than actually like good gameplay. Like it's not integrated into the gameplay good because they're like we want it to be like a movie, so they fuck your shit up.
Do you play on PC or do you play on PS4 or Xbox?
I have
or whatever?
I have Origins on both, and I play Odyssey on PC.
Okay. Did you play Did you play Odyssey on the PS4 or the PC mostly?
Origins I played
Origins,
on
that's the one I was talking about.
PS4.
Sorry. PS4. Okay. So never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it could have been like one of those things where it's a PC bug where if you play it on PC, you happen to travel just a little bit faster than you would on PS4 for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, it's the same. Both. It's just
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it could have been one of those type of things.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just odd to me that it would be programmed like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is a little odd.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm looking through my Steam shit.
Yeah.
I forgot that I haven't finished Code Vein yet.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, didn't you love that game?
did.
I remember
I
you saying you
still
dropped it.
do. I still do. It's like Power Rangers, man. Like I want to play it, but it just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that fucking shit. Oh, do I feel that?
Yeah. So
Although
it's like
my last 10 games have been good, but before those last 10 games, oh, do I feel that?
yeah. So like the issue with Code Vein that I found was that because it is faster paced, like as soon as you get to New Game Plus, it gets a lot less fun.
Everything gets damaged spongy.
It's not even damage spongy. It's just like, okay, I guess I'm getting nuked again. Like, it's one of those things where it almost feels like you're being funneled. So the game already kind of funnels you into like long range skill based shit. just because it seems to be the most effective
Okay.
for like the least amount of work.
Yeah.
Like you can use a big ass sword, you could use like a fast sword movement and all that kind of shit, but like realistically, you're probably gonna use, if you want to clear the game without like tearing your fucking hair out, you're gonna use like magic essentially.
Yeah.
Because you can nuke the majority of the bosses to like half HP, and then just go in, refill your resource bar, and then do it all again.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you still have to get in to refill your resource bar on magic runs. It's not like you can just stand in the back end and just pew pew.
Yeah.
But like, I've tried playing that game as like the berserker, like marauder, like big ass sword classes. I have no fucking clue how anybody hits anything. Like I can understand it like when you're running around and like killing the small shit, and like, you know how in Dark Souls you have like those people that just go down in 1 and 2 swings.
Yeah.
Like I totally get doing that, but it got to a point where people were surviving that first swing, and you can't start a second swing fast enough before like they can recover and hit you.
Gotcha.
And so it's just like, I don't get how you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And so I just kept sticking with my magic and like speed based shit, and now like it's getting to the point where bosses are hitting me like so often and so quickly that I actually can't get magic off on them, or my magic doesn't track them. And so it's just like, yeah, it's just getting more and more upsetting.
What you didn't realize is that big ass swords were only for New Game Plus and not the main game.
Well, that's the thing too.
You
It's
probably
like,
can't get an actual swing off anyways.
yeah, you're so fucking slow, and the bosses move around like, I'm not gonna say like constantly, but pretty consistently.
Yeah.
There are a couple that stay in, that are like planted in place, but like most of them are not. And like there was this mini boss who shows up, like, so there's this big ass like sky cathedral, right? It's actually like one of the most beautiful places in the entire game. I love it.
Sounds like anime.
But, and it's like the 4th level in. That fucking like world has 3 separate bosses. Like every other place has like 2 at most, and this one has 3, and each of them is a story thing.
Is it like a huge area?
Yeah, it's fucking enormous.
Okay.
So, because it's like, it, part of it, like I don't know if it's the first boss or the second boss. They're pretty closely, like, you find them pretty close together. So I don't really remember. But he's a mini boss, and immediately after you defeat him, you get this spoiler alert for Code Vein that came out in like September. Like, actually, when the fuck did it come out? Let me see here. Yeah, September. Wow. Like, you get this like, I don't. It's like a weapon. You touch this weapon, and then you get sent back in time to relive your memories.
Okay.
And so, but that boss on New Game Plus was so much fucking harder than he was originally. Like, I one-shot him in my original run through. Like, legitimately one-shot him. And then, like, in this run through, I had the same ally and the same like setup, but better.
Yeah.
And I could not beat him. I actually had to specifically build for him.
Interesting.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's fine, you know, like, whatever. I mean, I don't like it, but it's technically fine game design. But, like, it was just one of those things where, like, I had to go look up what he was weak to and, like, try to beat him. Because he just got, like, that much stronger.
Gotcha, yeah.
So, it kind of drained out all the fun. Because, like, I already know where the story's going. And, like, the only reason I'm really playing through it is because I wanted to see the good ending of the story.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I fucked up. I fucked up and went into the 5th world and beat the boss one vestige too early.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, because like I thought the world ended, and I just didn't check this specific corner that has a story vestige.
Gotcha.
That is the only. I was just like, fuck.
I missed one thing. One.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing.
So, I will say, it's nice that the game gives you the option to turn the difficulty back down. So it basically is like, if you just want to play through the story again, You don't
okay.
have to play New Game Plus.
Okay.
And you can keep all your
Okay.
shit. But I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Yep.
And like the game is so fun, but like I know there's gonna be a couple of bosses near the end of the game that are just like gonna be so infuriating if I ever get to them. Because there was this one like double boss that was so upsetting. I literally ran my face into them, like I shit you not, probably 2 hours straight.
I've had one of those bosses. It was in Bloodborne.
Yeah. And it was so upsetting because they would both focus you. They don't focus your ally unless you die and your ally revives you. Like, it is so bad.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
And then,
Oh, go ahead.
no, it's okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's another one in Dark Souls 3 that I just played recently. Whew, boy, did that one piss me off.
Are you talking about the
demon.
Watchdogs? Oh, the demon.
The
Like
demon.
one of the easiest bosses that just kept fucking killing you. It was bad.
It was bad. And then I got.
Do you guys remember? Oh, good.
I was just gonna say I got killed a couple times. Very BS. That'll be out in like 4 months. It's a long way
I
away.
feel it. Do you guys remember Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, I love that game.
I've heard of it. I can't remember what it's about.
It's like
It's
that
like the
kung
most-
fu China-based GTA game.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yep. I know what it is. The one where you can open the window up and hit people, or open up the
Yeah.
door and hit people with it.
Or like jump out of a car and steal somebody else's car. while
Yeah.
it's moving. Yeah.
It's like one of those. It's like one of the most random games that I've ever actually beaten.
Okay.
I love that game. It's super fun.
I got it, and I shit you not, within like probably a week, I had done I'm not gonna say a lot of the side quests, but I spent a lot of time on side quests, and then just like going through the story and like actually beating it, and then I finished the game, and I was like, huh, like I just had like this most like unsatisfied feeling of like, eh.
One of those most random games that I've ever beaten was I Ninja. Do you guys remember this game?
Oh man, I gotta look this up.
It's back from the PS. It's from the PS2
I
era.
feel like
Oh,
I feel like
I
I've
had seen
seen
this
it.
game. I've never played it.
I've 100% at this game. It was my shit back in the day because as a weeby ass kid, anything with ninjas, I had to play.
I think I played this at like one of those furniture stores that always has the fucking
I know
area
exactly
for
what
the
you're talking
kids.
about. Yeah,
yeah. I think it's
because
I've seen it before.
There's a bunch of demos
sure.
out for it, so I wouldn't doubt if you played it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what game I forgot that I actually really liked, although I didn't play too much of it? Mini Ninjas.
Mini ninjas.
Yeah, it was a game that I like got it for free. I think you get it for free when you got an Xbox because you got like 2 games for free. I got like Kung Fu Panda and Mini Ninjas. But it's this game where each ninja has like
It's $10 on
The-
Steam.
yeah, it's not a very good game, but I remember being super fun and like quirky and like stupid. And you have like 3 different ninjas or 4 that each have like their own ability set, and like you could swap between them. And
Okay.
I don't know, like I remember it being really fun. I just never put too much time into it.
It's in the EVOs anthology bundle.
Yeah, I'm not spending
No one's gonna buy that shit.
$500 for that shit.
It's only $400.
Jesus Christ.
You get,
Kane and Lynch is in that bundle. I'm not paying for that.
but so is
I'm pretty
Deus
sure you can get
Ex,
Kane and Lynch by itself for like $10 right now.
and Just Cause.
Why the fuck would I ever buy Kane and Lynch? That was the statement I was trying to make.
Kane and Lynch 2 is okay.
Is it? I heard it was one of the worst games ever.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say worst ever. I mean, I did just get done playing Strider.
You don't like Strider?
I don't like how I fight the same 4 enemies for 6 hours.
Ah, okay. You know, that's fair.
You know what? I'll say the boss fights are fun.
The boss
but-
fights are really cool.
But like everything else is super. It feels like an indie ass game as fuck, even though it's a Capcom game.
The boss fight that has like the wind turbine or whatever, like that's pulling you around the screen in the air.
Which boss fight is that? Is
Let's
that?
see. I saw the Maximilian
Oh,
dude. And
well, there's a turbine area, but it's not a boss fight. It's like you're basically the wind is pushing you back and it's pushing you onto obstacles and shit. It's not really a boss fight. It's like just an annoying fucking area.
Let's see. It might have been like a different version of Strider. Like, it might have been either like the older ones or the newer ones, or.
Oh yeah, the older ones. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm talking about the newest one that came out.
Gotcha. Okay. It's probably the Strider Genesis one. But yeah.
But back on Sleeping Dogs though. Yeah, I'll agree that it has a super unsatisfying ending because it kind of just ends. Like everything is like it built. Like, do you remember the fucking the wedding level?
Yeah.
It's like fucking sick. It's like the best part of the whole game. And then
and then like
it's like the highest it goes. It kind of just after that he kind of just goes back into cop mode and it just sort of just ends.
Like really I understand. It actually made me feel like looking back on it. I got the feeling that it's like supposed to mirror real life because he got his revenge, right?
Yeah, and it was pretty
wood
empty.
chipper style. And then it was like after that, you just get tossed back in the game world, which I realize is like par for the course for these games.
Yeah.
But it's fucking it's weird. You just get.
Did you ever try out any of the DLCs?
No, because I got it like when it was new, and so I got the main game on sale, and then like I just didn't touch it for 3 years, and then it never went on sale again. So
I got the original version of it on PS3, and then when it came out on like the remaster or whatever on PS4, I played that, and it came with all the DLC for free. There's there's a zombie one that's okay, and then there's a really cool like blood sport like Kumite Island one that's super sick. It's like you basically get invited to an island to participate in a martial arts tournament, and since you're like a cop, they basically are like, yeah, you have to go because we need to stop this tournament from happening or whatever. And it's definitely the coolest one. You get one of the coolest outfits from it, and it's basically just mostly raw fighting. There's like a weird obstacle course area for some reason, but it's super cool otherwise. Like you fight basically a bunch of unique enemies, and I think you learn a new move. I can't remember what the new move is. It might be the dim mock, but I'm not sure if that's just in the base game.
it's like I don't know. It was my first real like GTA-ish game because my parents didn't let me play GTA. But
I think it might be the first like open world GTA style game I've actually finished because I never really finished GTA games except for GTA 5, I think, and even then that's just because I was bored as fuck.
Yeah, see, it's one of those things where I have GTA 4, I have GTA 5, I just don't play them. Like, I'm kind of glad that my parents didn't let me play these games because, like, I don't know, like, they're fun for me for like a couple hours, but I just don't care anymore.
They're kind of mindless. There's no real like skill involved in playing them, really. It's just you go do a thing, and then it's like you have to like brute force it most of the time because
and like
there's no
I'm
thought
down
put into it mostly.
I'm down to like have fun like that. I don't think it's like the worst thing ever. I just like it doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super satisfying in the long run.
Yeah, I really should beat fucking what's it called? The Code Vein, yes, but
Code Vein.
GTA 5.
I beat GTA 5.
I mean,
The issue with Code Vein is that there's 3 endings.
oh yeah. Just go for the ending that's the hardest to get. That's usually where my satisfaction goes. That's how I played Dark Souls 3. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna look up which ending takes the most time and effort to get, and that's the one I'll go for. Because then I'll feel like I got the full experience.
Fucking what's it called? Like, there's an ending that basically you have to like it's quote unquote do everything wrong, but like all 3 endings are based off of 4 choices that you make in the game essentially.
Gotcha.
And you either do all 4, some of the 4, or none of the 4, and those are the 3 endings. So I got some of the 4 because I did 3 out of 4 of the choices correctly, and then it fucked up the first one because it didn't tell you shit. Because of course, and I'm trying to do all of the 4 for this run, and then I was gonna do none of the 4 for the next run, but I just don't think that's gonna happen.
See,
Yeah.
what I need to do is I need to get a PS3 emulator just so I could play Demon Souls. I bought this game 4 times, and I haven't been able to beat it because my PS3 broke. So I bought it the first time. PS3 broke. Thought it was just the disc, so I bought it a second time. Nope, it was my PS3. Bought it for a friend. Then I bought it for another friend.
My guy,
Yeah.
stop.
I want to beat it. I want to beat it.
Well, I suggest you mute your mic if you want to beat it so badly.
I suppose I should. Alright, be right back.
So I suppose while we have time, we should talk about Evo being canceled as fuck, and and Evo Online living.
So I have no problems with it doing an online tournament.
I can think of several.
Yeah, I
no.
can think of
No,
a
no.
dozen probably.
Now, the question is, how much are they going to charge for all of the entrance and whatnot? Because people do online tournaments already. They're already a thing.
Yeah.
And people have been paying for tournaments already. So the only issue I'll ever see about these kind of tournaments online is if you're charging people a shit zillion time of money to enter, even though it's going to be a laggy piece of shit.
I'm trying to see. I'm just gonna go to. Let's see, because I'm looking at the registration. Because it's like a unofficial, official tournament or whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Like, obviously you want to keep the tournament alive. Like they say it here, they want to keep the spirit of EVO alive, so we're bringing it online. Which I completely understand, I get, and I'm 100% behind that part. Oh,
What's fucked is that they're doing it online, but the games they have,
well, I mean,
for
obviously,
the most part, all have shit netcode.
yeah. The only
So
one
that's
that
gonna be disgusting.
the actually best one, the best netcode on here is probably Street Fighter 5.
And that's really bad.
It's probably
Is Dragon Ball at EVO this year?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball's fine.
Dragon Ball's okay.
Yeah, I guess. But
Look,
red bars.
out of the short amount of time that I've been playing fighting games, Dragon Ball is by far and away the best online I've played. It doesn't have good online.
They're
It
way
has
better.
best online.
Like Skullgirls for sure has better online. Fucking
Oh.
Rivals of Aether has better online.
What's called Shindad. Shindad made a great post.
Hold up. Yeah, because
Setsui no
Yeah, Setsui no Dato.
Setsui Data.
the only people that I ever actually look into the notifications are Scrub Quotes, Setsui no Dato, and fucking Deshaun. whenever my Twitter pops up.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, he put up a post about, here we go. So MK11, them's fighting herds, Fight of Animals, Skullgirls, Garo Mark of the Wolves, Killer Instinct, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Rivals of Aether, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. All those games have really good netcode.
You wanna know why?
Roll back.
Roll back.
Yeah. That 13-year-old solution to that problem everyone was having.
Apparently Marvel has really good rollback. Like Marvel vs.
Apparently.
Capcom Infinite.
It only makes you realize how much the design team failed literally everybody else.
Because the gameplay is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The
good
online
netcode.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it just
frustrating.
looks so cool. It's almost like Kingdom Hearts when it comes to the looks. Like,
See, they could have spun that and been like,
That's what they should have like talked about more. They should have been like, "Hey guys, this is a
Well, okay, there was one other flaw.
esports game." Yeah, the character roster, but
Meant to run on any computer. Get the
Yeah.
most out of your PS4.
if they had talked
if they'd
about
spun it like
everything
that-
else about it, it probably would have done way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they spun it like that, I actually would have accepted the fact that it doesn't look great. Like, oh yeah, we wanted to get as many people playing it as possible, so we rolled back.
If they were like, we want Infinite to start putting Marvel vs. Capcom in a new direction or whatever, it probably would have been way more acceptable for them to kind of look the way it does. Because they're like, we're still testing stuff out, we're still evolving, We got the good netcode, got the good gameplay, but we're still working on how everything looks.
I mean, that's what Guilty Gear said, and oh boy, Strive is looking a little rough.
Yeah, a little rough, but that's because they really fucked up the gameplay.
I'm not too worried about the gameplay itself. I'm the UI, man.
At this point, I'm kind of whatever on the UI because
The damage is OP.
Well, that too, but I don't really feel like they're gonna change anything worth the shit because they've already changed it once and it's still lackluster. So that just tells me they're probably it's next. If they change it again, it'll probably still look like that same shit. So
OP damage is OP.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Characters shouldn't be getting killed in 3 moves.
Fucking.
This ain't fucking Samurai Showdown.
What's his name? Main character, red dude. Not Ragnar.
I got it, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh my god. Okay. Not Ragnar the Blood Edge. It's he does the gunfire. He's got the fucking big ass muscles. He's got the red bandana. He's got the brown hair.
What's
got
his belt
the fucking
say?
cool ass run.
What's his belt say? What's his belt say?
It's not Sin. Sin is the dude's son. Fuck.
Sin is his rival son.
Yeah, it's the blonde dude's son. God,
Yeah.
fuck names. Soul Bad Guy. Got there. But yeah, Soul fucking has a 40% life command throw.
Yeah.
The gameplay is I hit you 3 times and you have to now guess, am I going to command throw you or finish the combo? If I finish the combo, when you wake up, you're going to have to guess, am I going to continue hitting you with meaties or am I going to command throw you? If I do it twice, you're dead.
Like, that kind of mind games can be fun if you weren't dead in fucking 2-3 hits. It's so annoying.
So, like, that kind of mindset's okay for a grappler, not for a soul bad guy.
Yeah, who's your, not necessarily a Shoto, but he's your front face. Yeah, he's your mascot guy. He's the guy that does the simple shit that people can learn.
And Potemkin shouldn't be able to kill someone with 2 hits.
God, Potemkin is
Why?
ridiculous.
Why did he kill Chip in 2 hits? He literally was like, pop, pop. Okay, you reset in the air. Guess what? Command super while you're in the air. You're dead. He came back with a pixel of HP. He had a pixel.
Now that they have to fix. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix because it's just not fun playing like that.
No,
that works for Samurai Showdown because that's pure
that's
it's
what
not too fast and the whole game is about that. The whole game is about getting your spacing and reading your opponent and all that. Yeah.
Because in real life, you get maybe 2 swings at someone with a sword before they're dead.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown is more like a real samurai battle, like a fucking 2 guys going at it. I'm not just gonna wildly swing my sword every 2 minutes because not only will that tire me out, I'm probably just gonna get killed by whatever you do. But here it's it's just bullshit. It's insanity. They were we wanted to make it more accessible to people, but all you did was make it so people can't fucking play really.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough right now. Command grab should not do 40% unless you're a grappler and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And even then, 40% is still a bit much.
Yeah, it should be an EX or something, or a fucking...
Yeah, you get 20% unless you EX it, which gives you 30, and then if you grab someone 3 times, they're dead. because that's legitimate. Like, if you get grabbed 3 times in a row, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Especially if he has to spend meter for it.
Like, if you fucking see Zangief walking up to you, you should be expecting to get grabbed a couple times.
Yeah, like the only time it's ever an issue is just because when you get grabbed, he then has priority on wake up. That's the only time it's an issue. But you know what? I get it. He literally spent the whole match just getting into your face, and then after that, okay, he made his job. He got his job done.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh well. But yeah, Evo. It's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be funny. Because
I might actually tune in this.
Because what was that other story? What was that tournament where the guy got DQ'd? He got double disqualified because his internet was shit. That was like a couple weeks ago.
I know Hungry Bucks in the tournament he was in made it to round 4 off of DQs.
Yeah.
And then I know Justin Wong in finals got DQ'd out of the game technically because he DC'd during the match on the last match. So he lost technically.
It's gonna be worth watching, I think, just to see.
I think it's gonna be
bullshittery.
Fucking hilarious.
I think you're gonna finally get to see the true salt from what pros normally don't show during actual matches.
Now everyone can drown in pools.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Well, yeah, it's actually it's gonna be weird.
You're gonna see a lot of online warriors for sure. You're gonna see a lot of online warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe DSP will make his return. Everyone can shit stomp him.
Unfortunately, people are not going to consider this a legitimate Evo tournament. So
I don't think.
No matter what happens.
I don't think we should. Like, that's a conversation that needs to be had. I don't think Evo Online should be considered a proper tournament. Like, you should still get your honors for winning your matches, and you should still get your honors for beating high name people. But I don't think you should take it as serious, though. I'm trying to think of the wording for it. Because
I think I kind of get it.
There we go. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
All right, Derek, start because I have food in my mouth.
Jesus.
I thought you were going to take a little longer.
Okay, so I don't think that it's particularly I agree that it shouldn't be considered like a standard Evo, but I still feel like it's one of those things where people will consistently win even if it's online.
Yeah.
So maybe you add on an extra O at the end and just call it Evo
Online.
but with Evo Online 2020.
Yeah.
I honestly think that'd be a cool way to get people.
I think that'd be cool for Evo to have, an
online section.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you know how every summer they have Evo, or every winter they have Evo Japan. Every summer they have Evo LA, or was it Los Angeles? Wait,
Chicago.
Vegas. Is it Evo Vegas? Yeah, I think it's Las Vegas.
Well, Evo Vegas is like the big stage.
Yeah. So they have
The one
Evo
that
Japan in the
everybody
winter,
cares
and then they have Evo Vegas in the summer, and then over spring and fall, like right before school goes back, and then or like during Thanksgiving break or something, they can have Evo Online spring and fall.
Yeah.
So they hit all 4 seasons, and there's 4 majors, 2 online, 2.
Yeah, and it would I don't know. I think it'd be cool. The only issue is if people who aren't online scrubs, aren't online scrubs are the ones still winning constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to see some people who might just be online warriors, but in a non-derogatory term.
Yeah.
You know.
So
They can't just
wins
make it out to
stuff.
Evo for whatever reason, so they're always online.
Or maybe they're just not as good offline.
Well,
Yeah.
that's telling of you can tell very quickly if that's how it goes. But there's a bunch of people, quote unquote, online warriors who are actually straight up killers. It's just you don't know it because they don't go out to tournaments because financial reasons or whatever. Like that one Tekken player from I always forget the country.
Pakistan?
Yes,
Arslan
Pakistan.
Ash,
Pakistan, yeah.
yeah, he was a god. He just came out of nowhere and was just crushing everybody.
Oh man, his story always makes like it's always super cool because it's like
That to me is why I like the fighting game, the FGC, because that's kung fu as fuck. Like, you got all these dudes who are considered badasses and cool guys, and then somebody just shows up out of nowhere and like, my clan is the shittest. Bring it on.
And the coolest part about it is that he was talking about how he got good at the game. So his small community that all played Tekken, he was the best one there. The rest of them started learning other characters so he could learn the matchups.
That's pretty sick.
You know how fucking cool that is?
That's like, you are the one we will lift up, and you will represent us.
100%.
You are the chosen one.
Take our power.
Give me your energy.
Goku Blue, unite.
That's funny.
Yeah. It is cool. I don't know, like, I don't think that it's necessarily telling that someone's better online than offline, because it's the same thing in League. Like, there are players who are insanely good online players, but who just choke on lanes.
I mean, for those kind of people, I feel like it's just you're going to need to do it consistently so that way you don't choke as hard because, yeah, you're 100% right. People do choke when it comes down to having the pressure of being in a different environment, using a different monitor than normal.
Especially when people are singing somebody's getting fucked in the background.
Yeah, or just being loud and obnoxious anyways. Just like every time, like, just imagine every time you get a good hit in a fighting game, everyone screams and you don't know what's going on behind you.
Right, yeah. Everybody's going, hey, 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 hey. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's like you said that, and I get it because there are definitely some people who use lag as a weapon.
Yeah.
But like, you can just point at the League of Legends scene and look at Golden Glue. Like, that guy has been on LCS teams and Academy teams. He constantly shows up on Academy teams. He constantly shows up in scrims, and then he gets to the LCS stage and just doesn't.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he does sometimes, but most of the times he just doesn't. And so, like, there could be a lot of people like that are just better when they're sitting at home on their couch.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it would be interesting to try it.
Yeah.
It needs so like I either think Evo or there needs to be another like name for that has their own type of circuit for online. Because I do think the two should be separate when it comes to accolades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the accolades should be diminished, but I do think there should be a separation at the very least.
Yeah, I agree. It's like Academy versus, or yeah, like scrims versus like LCS for League.
Yeah. Or
But it is different.
Or like best foreign film and best film. How? No, actually, no. That doesn't really make sense.
Those shouldn't be separated.
Those should not be separated.
It's kind of fucked up that they're separated.
Yeah, it's actually super fucked up that they're separated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I get it, and I definitely agree that it should be separated at some point. But
not diminished, but separate. Oh my god!
Wow. Separate but equal, says Cameron Snowden.
All right, that's a podcast, you guys. I'm going to go drown myself. Oh my god! Oh, that just came out of my mouth. Yep. Yep. Oh Jesus.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Well.
One last thing before we go.
Okay.
So Evo, or not Evo, but E3 is dead as fuck. Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
So Jeff Keighley has been like, yo, the pandemic is fucking everything up, and it's kind of making games kind of hard to keep track of. So we're going to do Summer Games Fest, which is a celebration of video games industry wide.
Uh-huh.
Whatever that means. It's basically just E3. But it's lasting from like May till August. So you know, I think this will be a big opportunity for an E3 competitor to show up and be like, hey, you don't need to give a fuck about E3 anymore because we're here. We do it good.
You know what I would like to see?
I'm sorry for that. What's that?
I would like to see kind of like
Separate
an
but equal bathrooms?
No, not that. Maybe the water fountains though. Maybe that. But a month that a single like an E3 type convention, right? But instead of doing like a big Xbox showing and a big PS4 showing, it's like they take a couple games every day and show like a minute or like 2 interview with the dev team, and then show the game, and that's like
I would prefer that over some corporate stiff in a suit or whatever the fuck walking up on stage and being like, our games are so deep and we want you to have fun, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to innovate and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. I would rather hear from the devs themselves and see actual gameplay.
Just like maybe like 1 or 2 questions and then a small video. It doesn't even have to be gameplay. I mean, obviously we want gameplay, but it doesn't have to be gameplay. Just like a small minute or 2 interview.
Any fucking Elden Ring gameplay soon.
I know, right?
I'm gonna throw a fucking fit. I'm actually in the camp of that game isn't coming out. I think it's canceled.
I'm in the camp. That that game exists only in 2 people's brains and hasn't been put to paper yet.
Exactly.
What game are we talking
Elden
about?
Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Okay.
It's the new From Software game. It's the Dark Souls.
Oh, this one.
It's the Skyrim Souls game.
Yeah.
Right. I remember hearing about this like 4 years ago.
The lore is supposedly being the first trailer came out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I think they announced it.
And the lore is being co-written by Game of Thrones writer
George R. R. Martin, who
I remember this.
is notoriously hard to get to write shit. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's hard to move all that matter and move his arm,
Yeah.
It's a lot of mass
Use your brain waves to move your bones and muscles.
Oh god. Okay.
I believe that.
One other thing.
Oh, one other thing.
I forgot.
Yeah, no worries.
I wanted to mention.
Go for it.
I actually finished the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Hey.
I'm still.
And
still
I will
working on
say
it.
that game. So, remember how I think last week I was upset, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Whatever.
Yeah.
I was upset about
last week.
the lab.
Yep.
Or whatever, like the ending.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that there is some stuff after that for the most part makes me happy that it was put in.
Okay.
But I'm still mostly upset that it was where it was in the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
I feel like it would have made more sense if you had pushed it forward a bit so it was earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
That being said, the ending of the game, which I will not spoil.
Please don't.
But I will say,
I've been avoiding it like the plague.
what the fuck?
So I've seen the ending.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about it at all. It kind of makes me not want to buy the game.
It's cool, and I get what they're kind of doing and what they're setting up. But at the same time, it came so out of left field that I was just stun locked and confused. It felt like that whole thing in Final Fantasy VIII where Squall gets stabbed by a giant ice thing and falls off a building, and then Disc 2 starts and you're just like normal.
Yeah.
Like, that is what it hit me like.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I gotta see part 2 of this to really know how I feel about it, because it's something else. It's a little much.
Yeah, I'm curious how you're gonna feel about it when you get to it, because I want to see what you say.
Okay, I'll start putting my nose to the grindstone then and trying to get the game done then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and Keon and I did all the side quests, and it took us about 37 and a half hours.
Okay, yeah. The main reason why I haven't been playing it is because I promised my brother he could play it first, because that's the whole reason.
I've been playing too much Power Rangers.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I've been playing a lot of Power Rangers in League, but The main reason I've been playing it is because I promised my brother he could play it first, and because we split the PS4 just so he could play this game. He plays no other games on the PS4 except for that game. Yet he spent $200 on it.
That's insane. So he spent 200. Wait, so who bought FF7?
He did.
So he spent $260 to play fucking FF7.
Yep, he loves the game that much.
Bro,
He's gonna spend like $380 at the end of it.
I probably, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna say I probably wouldn't even do that for Golden Sun, but yeah, I would.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would. I would buy a Switch and I would buy.
I was gonna say a Golden Sun remake that's like not necessarily at the same level, but at high fidelity level.
Yeah, I would definitely. I'd probably. That's a console seller for me.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay $260 for that. Actually, I was gonna talk shit, but you know what? Because I would do the same thing for Chrono Trigger too. If they were like, "Hey, Chrono Trigger's only going to be out on the PS5," I'd be like, "Well, I guess I'm about to spend $460 to get Chrono Trigger, the remake."
I don't think that there's a single game that I would pay that premium for.
There's already been plenty of games I've played that premium for.
At least that are currently out.
I got you.
Because
stuff that's currently out,
like
probably not.
Like I bought the not Final Fantasy, the Resident Evil 2 remake. Still haven't beaten it. Still haven't touched it since like the month it came out. But like I bought that for PS4 because I was like, I'll probably play that more on my PS4. And then it came to PC like 7 months later, and now it's constantly on sale.
Yeah,
like that just taught me just wait long enough, everything comes to Steam. Like
Capcom loves kind of just pushing their shit at you. Like they put everything on sale like all the time. It's weird. It's because a lot of Japanese companies don't even do that. A lot of Japanese companies, their shit stays like full price or near full price for forever.
Yeah. Also, a lot of companies only care about the first 2 to 3 weeks of sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Capcom.
Well, it's like one of those things where I was complaining about this to my friends. So it's like digital games are good, but they should not cost $60.
Yeah.
Because there's no overhead with digital games, or at least no more overhead than like having to simply have the data for the game.
They're basically just uploading a file.
Yeah. Which, like, I respect that.
Takes out the
actually
shipping cost and also takes out the printing cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to worry about discs, you don't have to worry about cases, you don't have to worry about manuals, you don't have to worry about getting everything set up. Like,
I would assume that's only $10 though. I would say like online games would be $50.
Yeah, I mean, like they still got to make a profit, right?
Yeah.
Like I understand that.
Yeah.
But like they should not be the same price as games.
Now here's the question:
physical copies of games.
Do you think brand new games like full AAA games should be more expensive if they have all the requirements for a proper AAA title game?
I think the max we should pay for a standard copy of a game, assuming it is
a full like experience.
Yeah, there was a game that like had 800 hours of gameplay or like cutscenes and shit.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But I remember when it came out, everyone's like, "Okay, this is kind of overkill."
Like, I'm gonna put it. Let's put the standard as of the new God of War. God of War should be the most expensive that a game can get.
All right, I'd give it $70.
70. I would
say 60 under most circumstances. I'll give it 70 for inflation in like 10 years.
I was gonna say I would give 80 to God of War, like any game of that level. But a standard game, I think 60 is fine for a standard game. But anything like I could see myself paying a little bit more for games that are like full production, entertainment value type games.
See, since I tend to dislike big, huge AAA games usually, for me, 60 is like the cap. I won't pay more than 60 for anything. Because it's already, to me, it's already starting to balloon expensive. A little too crazy. Like I think fucking, like collector's editions of shit, that's ridiculous. Like how expensive those usually get.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Like, I think fucking, what's it called? The deluxe edition of Star Wars. What's that fucking game called? The Dark Souls Star Wars game.
Oh, Fallen Jedi.
Fallen Order or whatever. Jedi Fallen Order. That was called.
Yeah, Jedi the Fallen Order.
I was gonna get.
Actually.
I was gonna get that, but it was like stupid expensive for forever. Like the deluxe edition was like $80, and it gives you like a costume.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
That's the it's that kind of dumb shit where I'm like, I'm not paying that much for nothing, basically.
What about like if you got the OST and an art book?
Even then, I don't want to pay an extra $20. Like,
then I pay like $70 at most, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like an extra $10 at most.
Okay.
Like,
because again, the art book and the OST will probably be digital, so.
Yeah. Like Code Vein's Deluxe Edition is $20 more, and it comes with the DLC and like some other shit.
Okay.
It comes with the first season. Admittedly, the first season of DLC is supposed to be butt-fuck garbage, but like, it at least comes with it. You know.
See, I could definitely see myself spending like $20 more for like AAA games. The only problem is that I'm not one person who buys AAA games, so even though I'm willing to spend that much more, I don't buy them anyways, so I guess my point doesn't really matter. But
the thing is, I like AAA games, but I almost never buy them on release.
Yeah. You always wait for them to go on
I
sale.
always wait until they're on sale, because it's just the Asian in me.
Also because AAA games aren't typically multiplayer. The only thing that you're going to lose is like maybe get spoiled on it.
Which I don't care about. That's pretty much why I always wait, because usually the big thing about AAA games isn't like the fucking gameplay. You're not worried about getting spoiled on that. People jump to get it because of FOMO. They don't want to miss out on whatever the fucking story is, right? Or whatever, like, or the they don't want to miss out on like the discussion around the game, so they gotta jump on it now and get the game now. Most of the time, yeah. And there are times like I bought Tekken 7 as soon as it came out because I love Tekken.
That's a AAA multiplayer game. Like, multiplayer games are always going to be those games that like that's an actual reason to buy it on release.
Right, exactly. Like, and if you just love that series and it's something you want to support, then pay full price for it if you want to. But if it's fucking Uncharted 5 or whatever the fuck that's been around for a minute, you can wait on it. You don't need to fucking jump on it now, because who gives a shit?
Except for that one guy who gives a shit.
Except for that one guy who still gives a shit.
Right. I think
I
think that's a podcast though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's fucking wrap this up. I gotta take a shit.
Same.
I have to shower because I have work.
All right. Oh man, welcome back to the working world.
Thanks.
Don't forget your mask.
Actually, yeah.
Like that stresses me out so much.
Having the mask?
No, not having the mask.
Oh, we have to wear them at work now.
Do you not have a mask, Cameron?
I do most of the time, but every now and then I don't, because guess what? They're not provided.
Oh yeah.
You're a forgetful boy.
I have some friends who are still working at the other Pizza Huts, and they're like, yeah, we had to make our own masks.
Yeah, legitimately.
It's fucking bullshit.
They didn't provide it, which is weird.
Yeah. Because they don't give a shit. It's like GameStop. Just die.
Man, the last thing I'm saying before we sign out, anybody listening to this podcast, go fuck yourself if you fall asleep after ordering pizza.
I thought that was going to go somewhere else.
Same.
That's funny.
Just saying.
Yeah, those people who they fall asleep and then you try to call them because something may be wrong, or you don't have something, and then you can't get their order fixed.
How about you knock on their door and they don't wake up? You ring the doorbell, they don't wake up. You call them, they still don't wake up. And then as you're driving away, they go, "Oh, hey man, I'm sorry, I was asleep." As you're driving away,
as if you have that time to waste. Fucking dickheads.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's. I'm gonna go ahead and say where I thought it was going. Don't shop at GameStop. That company needs to die. Stop buying games from GameStop.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not 100% against that either.
Yeah.
Anyways, where can we find you, Deshaun?
You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Urban Buddha, on YouTube at Mr. Urban Buddha, and on Twitch at The Urban Buddha. Hopefully, when I get this new computer, I'll be able to start streaming there. So, without it being a fucking disaster.
Yeah. And we can play Lethal League Blaze online.
Hell yeah.
I was wondering why we hadn't done that yet.
Yeah, I just need a computer that doesn't suck ass to do it online.
Yeah.
Because I have the PS4 version, but I think Cameron you have the PC version, I think, right?
I have the PC version.
Yeah,
Derek
you
has
have
the
the
PC
PC
version.
Yeah,
And
so-
once you get a PC that can run it, you'll have the PC version.
Yeah, well, I already have the PC version. I just
Okay.
I just don't have a computer that can actually play it.
Yeah. And Derek, where can we find you?
You can find me if you just search up Came in Second on everything.
Alright.
I will let you know that the streams are probably not going to happen for a while because of work, and then I'm also doing 2 different classes. So
I gotcha. That's understandable.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. And you can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube and Twitch, and then IPT Buttons on Twitter, where I'll be just posting memes and other fighting game related stuff. And then on Twitch, you'll catch me playing some games, hopefully on a more consistent schedule soon. Hopefully. But currently it's sporadic, and I play a lot of fighting games and puzzle games and roguelikes, and that's about it.
Well,
And
not a lot
YouTube, I
of
just
fighting
post
games
whatever.
and puzzle games and roguelikes, like the same 3.
Okay, yeah, I play Pokemon Puzzle League. I play Slay the Spire. I'm going to start playing the new roguelike called, give me a moment, I'll get the name. It starts with the G, and I remember.
Spoiler alert: he plays Power Rangers.
I play Power Rangers. I play Grand Blue. Gordian Quest is the new roguelike I'm going to be playing. And I also play a lot of League. Those are like my main games currently. Alright, you guys all take care and always laugh at yourself. And we'll catch you guys next time.